Thank you.
That is the one bit of Texas sex ed that they got right. You guys aren't sentient, and that was the last good piece of advice that I ever got in
I remember nothing
Texas-based sex ed. Yeah.
Is that the last thing you said to Orzi?
Too soon?
Oh man.
I think it was acceptable.
He's laughing, so he doesn't cry.
Are you okay, Nick?
The fact that his
laughing so hard his
game,
mic
yeah,
can't
that
even
his
pick it
mic
up.
won't pick him up, that makes me.
Is he dying? This is his last breath caught on camera.
This is it.
Oh, well, welcome back, everybody.
Get Craig in here.
I'm laughing so hard I'm crying.
Oh, it's
we
just
talk
a
about
mess.
it?
It's okay, buddy. You can talk about it.
Oh, fuck. Not with you, apparently.
Look, you gotta bring levity to situations, okay?
He's laughing so he doesn't have to answer.
It's not. I did hit it with the, it's not you, it's me, though.
Did you actually use that line?
No, I didn't use the line, but like it was definitely
It's
a
the
part
spirit,
of the,
yeah.
Yeah, it
See,
was the
I like to sneak
spirit
it in
of
as
the
like
line.
It's a classic
joke.
for
Like
a reason.
it's not me, it's you. Or it's
Oh,
not you, it's
boy.
me.
Having received that reason a lot, you know, you get used to it.
I never thought I would use it, but here I am, so the fact that I never thought I would use it is part of the problem, so
You think so?
I mean, yeah.
What other problems do you think are?
Welcome back, everybody. Lindsay, what did we do last week?
Oh, Nick gets anxious after 3 questions, too.
Oh, interesting. Write that down.
Yeah, it's
Write
just gonna
that
be
down.
so much anxiety.
There'll be no questions asked, or specifically 2
Red
questions
House,
Everything we
asked.
said in
questions
statements.
at the door.
Yeah.
Tell us how you're feeling.
Two question maximum in Bread House.
How's it going? Where's the bread? Everybody stops and waits.
That's it. That's it. We're done.
It's like a 15-minute timer before you can ask your next two.
It's got to cool down.
Where
Yeah.
should I leave my shoes? Get the fuck
No.
out!
We did stuff.
Good recap.
No notes.
We started running to leave the city when the lights start getting super bright, like in the vision of a swoosh. Ninny Grit makes for a great horse. Trying to get the queen the fuck out. Mad dash against the bright light. Zeph and Dad have a spat. Gina and Hana are married. And Gina and Hana get stopped from going on vacay.
Okay.
That's
Spark
it.
Notes was good. Yeah, Spark Notes was good.
At least they potentially get stopped.
Potentially.
I'm gonna say we'll put it at a solid. Gina, roll me a D100. Gina
have
Vision,
to?
Gina Vision.
Let me use the Gina dice.
On a 75 or lower, you get out of the plane of air successfully. On a 76 or higher,
Is a
you
45.
get interrupted.
A 45.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll resolve that as the first thing next week when Kayla's back from, I don't know, watching
Wait, so
with Michael Jackson shows or something.
We get out?
Maybe.
Write that down. Someone write that down.
What'd you roll?
A 45.
45.
Oh yeah, so you get out.
But he
Maybe.
says maybe.
Maybe.
I just don't
Would
feel
I
like
lie?
I just don't feel like like that was way too easy. I don't feel like a Soch is just like, okay, bye.
In your experience, how easy is it to get into the plane of air?
I mean, we just talked to Damien and walked in.
Cool. Do that again then.
Okay. Easy.
All right. So Gina,
Damien loves you.
yes, you of all
Me
the group, Damien
especially.
adores.
Uh-huh.
So Gina, you, in a bright flash of light, vanish from the palace of the Marubin dynasty. we're going to... What's most entertaining? Okay. Gina, a bright flash of light. And you see your bags pulled at your feet. You're holding Chana's hand as you release and are in the greeting area, in the teleportation circle area of Szezna, within the central building where the arbiters reside and the most common teleportation circle is.
Oh, good. Okay. I already feel better being here.
Good. You seemed quite distracted, and if we can offer you a bit of a respite, then
Right.
maybe he was running the store, or how do you
fuss,
say,
Chana,
homesick?
you fuss too much. She pats his shoulder. Relaxation is much appreciated, though. Let's go say hello to Soda, make sure the arbiters know we're here. We'll go to Szezna's, have tea. It'll be great.
Absolutely. He holds the door open for you, and as you exit, you see Kori manning the desk.
Oh, God.
He's writing, "Be welcome to Szezna.
Gina crosses her arms and she looks at him. Hello, Corius.
Sister mine, where's Nendra?"
What do I remember that was Kori at my wedding? Has Kori ever met Hana?
Yeah. Kori was at your wedding. He
Okay.
celebrated with you. He
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
like, that's been the last time you've seen him.
Sure. Yeah, Nendra's at Szezna's, I'm assuming, or out on a watch or something. I was going to catch up with her later, but we're just stopping by.
Nendra's back in the city.
Yes.
I see. And your companions?
Hana? Kori, what is wrong with you? She, like, walks up to the desk and, like, leans against it to, like, look him in the eyes.
It's gonna make an insight. Oh, no. That was a 2. I think perhaps our last letter... Did you send a response to my last letter?
The one where you're writing about how the children are doing and how Hane did so good on her exams last week. That one?
Children? Yes.
No,
How did you know?
You wrote me about that, and I think I wrote you back. It's probably still in the post. You know how long it takes from things to get from the plane of air to Szezna?
No, sister.
Brother.
Your time in the plane of air, your
Yes.
interactions with the he pulls a letter. Zephyr.
Does that name mean anything to me?
Give me
It
a
didn't
history
when
check.
you had your memory.
Yeah.
Oh.
A history check?
Yeah.
Well, she rolled a 2, so let's see. I don't think that's a 5.
Runs in the family, baby.
Oh no.
a 5.
Zephyr is a pretty common name in plane of air. You know, like 3 of them.
She leans forward. I didn't write to you about the condition that Zeph has, did I? That was doctor-patient confidentiality. Sometimes I drink a little wine
Patient?
before I write to you.
Wait, you. Well, the second part doesn't surprise me, but the condition you mentioned that he. My understanding was that he seemed to be in much better health than the monarch.
I don't know anything about his health in relation to the monarch, but since he's been in my care, of course he's doing much better.
All of this is in Undercommon, and Chana is just like full patient husband, just enjoying looking at the various different decor, the frescoes carved into the wall, like happily not understanding shit.
Carrying our bags, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait, I thought Hana understood Undercommon.
Oh, you're right, he does. Yeah, so... He looks a little confused, but doesn't seem terribly fussed by it. Okay.
he's doing the lumps are almost not visible now.
And they're on his. Okay.
Kori, don't be rude. We're in public. I'll tell you about it later if you really want to know. I don't even know why I would have written you about that, though.
I have duties to attend to, and
Right.
if this is our connection into the plane of air for diplomatic relations, then it might be relevant. Are you all right, sister?
Are you all right? You're being very odd.
I'm perfectly fine. Perhaps a little overworked, but it's part of establishing a new branch of our bureaucracy. What?
Maybe, I don't know. I had this feeling earlier about Nendra that something was wrong. Have you spoken with her recently?
No, you've been with her for the past 12 hours since we last talked.
Did she tell you she was with me?
You both told. I have your handwriting.
I haven't seen Nendra in like 4 years.
Okay. He chuckles and
Kori!
goes. Look,
When's the last time you saw her?
2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Okay, that's normal. So
When
I
was
will
the
go
last
see her. I saw it
time you-
4 years ago, Kori, when you were all there for the wedding. That was the last time I saw her.
Wedding?
She holds up her hand where there's like a shiny ring. Wedding.
You hold up your hand.
Uh-huh.
There is, in fact, a ring.
Uh-huh. How many carats diamond did Hana get me?
Not gaudy, but it's probably a solid 2, 3.
3 carats? Damn,
No
okay.
rings.
That's a lot, Nick.
Look, the plane of air is wealthy. Like it's.
Okay, yeah, so she's got this big old rock on her finger.
Big
Married.
old rock.
You were there. You gave a speech.
I didn't give a speech at a. You. He reaches out his hand toward yours.
She thinks he wants to look at her ring, so she offers that hand.
He presses down, and his finger goes through the ring. Tries again.
Gina just like whips her head to Hana.
And that's how the divorce proceedings began.
You got me an illusion ring.
What is this?
That's all he could
An
afford.
Hana,
illusory ring.
It's all he could afford.
Hana, what is this?
I bought it from some shady gnome. I don't.
From Two Trick Tony, some guy
Two
named
Trick Tony.
Ballot is 2 Trick Tony. It all makes sense.
Kind of like steps forward and puts his hand, and you notice his hand just goes through as well.
You're not worried about it.
We aren't worried about it.
She looks at Hana. Did someone steal my ring? How long have I been wearing a replacement?
Nobody could have stolen the ring in between. It was.
No, but at home, I don't know. Did some... The restaurant, or did...
Why?
She tries to take it off. Can she, like, take it off?
You push your finger through, and at this point, the magic seems to dissipate and the illusion fades. Bare hand. Hana, motions toward his hand, his band, and fingers pass through, and the illusion dissipates similarly.
We got robbed.
I don't know where we would have gotten robbed.
I don't know, somewhere along the street, like a really skilled pickpocket. I thought crime was under control.
How
in the
many
city.
pickpockets do you know that are wandering about the city?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Okay, well, I don't. Okay,
And that's
fine.
your job to keep them away, actually. But that's...
Well,
I
it's
don't
not.
know.
My job is specifically to guard LSF. I don't go around wandering on pickpockets and very petty crimes. That's your sister's duty.
Nindra's duty.
It's mirror.
Oh, Miraton, yes, but that's
Yeah.
here, not. I thought you meant in the city. I don't know.
Well, no, but same thing.
No, sure. No, I know. I understand what you're saying, Hana. I don't want to fight right now.
I don't want to instigate any problems either. Gina,
Kori.
do you want to perhaps get checked out?
I'm sorry. What
Just,
did you just say to me?
you know, reviewed, evaluated some.
You think I've gone
It's-
crazy? You think I've gone mad? Is that what it is?
It's been a hard couple of days.
Couple of days.
Healthcare is at will here, but
Listen, Kori. I think that you're the one who's had a hard couple of days. And I think that the first thing, thank you very much for welcoming us. Would you like to accompany us to Szesna's house to go speak with Nendra to make sure she's okay?
he
You
kind of
can-
like
You
looks
can
down.
let the arbiters know that we're here. I was going to visit Soda, but you could just send him a note or something. I don't know what you do. We don't need to bother them.
Kind of like looks down at his papers, at the door, at your hand, Hana's hand. I'd be delighted. He closes the book and takes a couple of reams of paper and escorts you over to Szesna's house.
She holds Hana's hand the whole way, and they have a whisper fight about the rings the entire time they walk, but they're trying not to make it loud because Kori's there.
This
But-
entire time, Kori is just like, you hear him as he does, just muttering to himself. It could have been 2 days. Gina's always been impulsive, but never exactly the shotgun weddings don't exist. Never exactly the spur of the moment.
Blunderbuss
type.
wedding.
The blunderbuss wedding type. Thank you.
Does Chedzayano look like I remembered it? I don't know if like my brain has made up new things or
It's
anything.
pretty. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
It's a
Nice.
1!
Nice.
Gina can't do shit under this. She wants to be married to Hana.
We
Guys are saying
found
it.
shit.
She does.
Oh
Um,
god.
Yeah, there's probably a couple of new buildings. It looks like the lattice work over the Szambra Bazaar has been taken down. Maybe they're renovating it.
She stops and looks at that. And she turns to Kori. What are they doing? That was such a beautiful growth.
He looks at.
Cut it back for something.
Fuck me. He rolled a 2 again.
No!
We need Nendra.
This is destiny.
Yeah. Congrats, Gina. Your life is just happily married. Not so happily married to Hana anymore. Gina, you were there. The lattice over the Szambra fell.
I would have remembered that.
Okay, Okay.
I can't stop Kayla laughing. I'm sorry. Hmm.
You were there. Your companion, your friend, Enda, he held up.
Do I know Enda? Do I know Enda?
Give me a history. Give me a history check.
Oh gosh.
Okay, that's the best roll she's had. A 13.
It's not ringing a bell.
I don't know Enda who.
Enda, the tiefling, rather brusque, eccentric.
I don't think I've ever met a tiefling.
Never met a tief. Kind of like. Gina, I would very much like to take you to the temple.
Well, can't Nendra do whatever the temple's going to do? If you're really that
Nendra
concerned?
isn't here.
Nendra is here.
No,
Is Nendra
she...
in the room with you right now?
We're gonna go to Szesna's house, and Nendra's either gonna be there, or she's gonna tell us what watch she's on.
Fine. So be it. Fine. How about you go to Szesna's? I will make a few inquiries. I have some business to attend to.
Are you mad at me?
I'm horrifically confused.
Well, that makes 2 of us. So something's wrong somewhere. I would rather you stay with me so I can keep an eye on you, little brother.
Persuasion check.
Kayla collecting all her NPCs. I'm gonna make Kori and Hana and Enda sit down and talk. I got a 16 plus what's my persuasion? A 1, so 17.
The one roll you do well on. Fine.
Uh-huh.
It's probably not best to leave you alone here. Fine. He links your arm up on the opposite end of Hana, who like is currently like looking through bags and pockets for anything, just like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on as his illusory marriage falls apart.
She puts like a gentle hand on his chest and she's like, I'm sorry. Just leave it for now.
No,
There's nothing we can-
understandably, you
no,
are
there's not-
frustrated. I'm trying to figure out the fuck was going on myself.
There's nothing we can do about it right now.
You're right. No, you're
Just
right.
deep breath.
You're right.
Here, and she takes one of the bags and like carries it for him, dividing the load.
You're right. I'm just not used to not seeing the sky, and it's uncomfortable. You know.
Is this his? In my memory, is this his first time in the Underdark?
No, he's been once before,
Oh,
but
okay.
also, you don't ever. If you're in the plane of air, you never get used to not seeing open space. You know.
That's fair. I know it's hard. Just a few days.
I'm
Thank
very
you.
sorry. We will either find out what exactly happened there, or we'll get these replaced.
She gives like a small smile and like stands on her tiptoes and gives him a little kiss on the lips right in front of
Okay.
Kori. This
He pecks back, and Colin's just looking like. Is he like, okay, fine. And
Come along.
goes- You go and you go and you go
Yeah.
to Szesna's house.
Yeah.
No, this is too good not to keep going. Yeah, we're not going to cut away from this. Gina, it takes you a good 15 minutes to get from the city center. 15 to 20 minutes. You're kind of hurrying. There's still that fervent pace to things, you know. But you make it to Szesna's house, hold open the gates, and you see this swarm of small mushroom creatures
She
just
gasps. Oh, hello! She immediately like kneels down among them. Whatever are you? Examining them.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. That's a 21.
21. Okay. As you kneel down, you notice this faint haze of kind of greenish, yellowish spores, this cloud, this pigpen style cloud that the mushrooms just seem to be emanating. And as you kneel down, you get this absolute bombardment of feelings of excitement, of comfort, of parent, papa, father, like just this questioning, asking of you, father, dad, papa, where, like just as almost a dozen of them come wandering up to you. You start interacting with all of them. Several of them are.
She picks up one of the littlest ones and holds it up.
This one seems to be holding what looks like a couple of like splinters from one of the wood struts that holds up the various balconies on Szesna's house, as it's just like chewing on it, just consuming, and eats part of its hand as you hold it up to yourself.
She examines it and then she turns to look at Hana with like this really bright, excited look. She goes, "These are myconids. I've never seen a colony this large before. I don't know where Szezna found them."
You would think that Szezna would send you some kind of update on something like this, wouldn't she have?
Maybe it was a surprise.
Okay, but she didn't.
That's how cute it is.
Maybe it
Hana.
was a surprise. Yeah, he like holds it very carefully and sneezes as this gust of spores just go shooting out from him. It is quite something to look at. I've never.
This man.
It's gonna give another. No, god damn. this thing looks almost familiar. It kind of reminds me. It is quite adorable, though.
It's adorable. We should bring one home.
One comb? Well, I don't
Full
know.
on, just
Are we
bring
We'll
it.
talk
ready
about
for-
it later. We'll talk about it later. But look, it's so
Okay, yeah.
She takes that one back and like tucks it under her arm, and she sends back feelings of like, not papa, mama, like about herself.
no! Give me another persuasion check.
Sorry, Steve.
You're stealing his kids.
Okay, that's a 7.
Mrs. Steal your children. It's a 7.
Yeah.
You, as you say, not papa, mama. You feel actively as like most of them are like rejection, no, and just start scattering away to different parts of the garden.
She thinks about papa though, and she looks at Kori and she goes, "Is there a man that Szezna's been seeing or having around?"
He like, again furrows his brow at you. You probably mean Enda.
The tiefling you mentioned earlier?
Yes,
I've
the
never met.
tiefling. Yeah, the tiefling. He lives with Szezna now.
Szezna has a partner.
No, Szezna does. No, Enda is rather preoccupied with other individuals in Szezna. No, he's living in Szezna's home since he doesn't have one here after you were all trapped here for a brief moment of time.
Trapped.
For lack
by
of a
what?
better term, your companions were trapped. You went to help them out.
Can I do a wisdom saving throw? Is that
You may.
anything?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big one. Different dice. Gina.
Holy
Wisdom. A 9. A 9.
Oh,
No.
girl, please.
This is
You're
not
killing-
ringing a bell. Like, Szezna is not one to just... on second thought, you know what? It makes sense. Szezna is a very kindly woman.
Right.
She would bring somebody in who had found themselves down here, down on their luck. Like, it was probably a little foolish of you to assume that Enda was her partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just kind of like, Kori like watches her face just go blank for a second before she like nods. And she, okay, right. Kori, you're making me very cross though. You're not making a lot of sense today. And I feel like you're making fun of me.
We are in agreement there. I feel like you're having a go at me as well.
Well, I'm not. So
Well,
I'm not. Am I, Hana? Hana, tell him I'm not.
No, usually shares a tell.
I don't have a tell. What's my
You
tell?
have a tell.
What's
We've played plenty of cards enough to know. You have a tell. It's not for me to say though. I don't want to take sides against you or any brother.
Yeah, keep my secrets, but I don't have a tell. Not that there's any secret to keep.
So you wander forward up the stairs to Szezna as you hear behind you, she definitely has a tell.
She's still holding the little baby
Like
in her
a
arm.
kidnapped
There's
child.
just like little kicky legs, like she's just holding him, and she doesn't knock because this is her home. You know, I think she opens. She calls Szezna. Hello.
You see, sitting down on a coffee by the coffee table, sipping on what looks like some tea, reading one of her books. She kind of looks up. Why, Gina?
I know. I should have written. I'm sorry.
No, this is a wonderful surprise. Please, let me get the kettle on. Do you want your favorite tea? Where is Nendra?
She's not here.
No.
Is she at work? She steps in. Hana following behind. And then Kori.
No, she's with... Well, she was with you and your friends.
She looks from Szezna and looks to Kori and she goes, "You got Szezna in on this, Kori. Is that what you've done?"
Yes, I painstakingly conspired with our grandmother along with, I'm sure, almost anybody that you asked within Shed's Eye. No, even the Arbiters. If you ask them, they will say that you are traveling with Nendra to the plane of air, and now you've brought a second strange genasi into our home. No offense. We don't understand
Hana
what's
is
going
not.
on.
No, Hana is not a stranger. Why are you being so rude?
Hana is a stranger, and
She looks to Szezna. She goes, Szezna, please. I'm getting very distressed by all this.
I'm very sorry, but please, how about the both of you sit down, and I'll make you tea, and we can talk this out.
Hold on. Gina's getting very sus right now.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Insight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 16.
There are two concerned individuals for you. Trying to capitulate as much as possible, trying to be as understanding as possible, but they are confused, and they're trying to just kind of get you seated, like just get you comfortable to figure out what's going on. There's genuine confusion. You do not detect a hint of deceit or
Malice. Okay.
yeah.
Does this Gina know Aaron?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I would say the magic extends to that. Yeah, this Gina knows Orin.
She looks at Hana, and in Aaron, she's gonna say, "Are we stuck in some kind of illusion? Is this my family? Is this really happening? I'm having weird vibes."
Anna's gonna give. Oh! Well, I mean, this is obviously real. He kind of feels along the walls and plucks some of the fungus and the roots kind of hanging off from the wall. I feel like this is a true place, but they seem quite confused, huh?
Yes. I don't know. I feel very strange, Hana. Nothing makes sense.
No, I agree. I agree.
Don't let them separate us, okay?
Do you feel like they're perhaps a danger?
She looks over and she's, I don't want to say that they are. I don't know. I feel... I don't know. My head hurts very badly.
Right. Miss, well, it's at this point you hear another set of footfalls come through, and out of the hallway you see a probably early middle-aged older tiefling, red of skin, black hair growing out, and two shaved down horns with this goatee that's now growing into almost a beard. Hey, Szezna, Gina, the hell are you doing here? We didn't get any kind of warning that you'd be over. What?
So
He just begins wandering up, like, arms out for a hug.
Oh, she like backs away from the hug.
All right.
Janata, nice to meet you. She holds a hand out. She's like half pressed against Hana. She's feeling very, very scared now.
Okay, all right. Enda. Just Enda.
Hands.
Like, shakes your hand. Okay.
Yes, like Kori tells me you've been staying here.
Hi, Kori. How you doing? I was fine until roughly about half an hour ago, thank you. Okay, well, where's your sister?
She's here.
Oh,
I wrote
good.
to her about a week ago, and she told me she was here. And apparently, everyone tells me she's not here, and she's with me. I don't want to tell you too much in case you aren't who you appear to be.
This is above my pay grade. Says, now I'll talk to you later. He just shuffles out and goes down the stairs.
Oh, what a good boy.
I love Enda, the best himbo.
Ain't dealing with this as he goes down the stairs.
What a mood.
Pleasure to meet you. He shakes Hana's hand. Good to meet you. And just doesn't ask his name. Just goes down the stairs.
What a king. Like, well, cool. This is weird.
Not my problem. This is how Enda survives this campaign. He knows.
He's
Not
like,
my monkey, not my circus.
These people are into some weird shit again. I'm out of here.
And that's how Enda left the Underdark. The further away from this shit I
He's
get,
seen all the people he
better.
needs to see.
Yeah. We're gonna cut over Nendra and Xenia.
Yee.
You two are walking along the streets with Echo and trying to decide what name. We'll stick with Hudaar because it's just easier. The less changing names we have, the better. With Echo and Hudaar. City is bad as you left it. Where are you leading them, Nendra?
Shall we get the queen perhaps settled first before?
I think that would be wise. It's been a very long day. And Zen's like kind of eyeing Echo to make sure she's like keeping it together all right, given everything that's happened to her in the last 12 hours.
Yes.
She seems to be kind of like arms crossed, her body language very closed off. She's the brief moments that you've noticed her kind of leaving that closed off sense is when she like looks around and looks at the lights from the ceiling and just the area all around her. There's very, very much a clear interest, a clear fascination with the area that you're in, but still a great deal of confusion and kind of like, I don't understand what's going on here, you know?
Zen will raise her voice a little bit so it's like everybody can hear it.
Yeah.
Even if she's not listening. And she'll say, I think we just need to get settled. We can come up with a plan and go from there.
I think that would be wise. And Nendra will also like turn to the queen and be like, "We're taking you to my Szezna, which is my what's the word?
Grandmother?
Grandmother.
Mother. Okay. Yes.
So we are going to take you to her house. And she's a lovely woman. She makes the best pies, and you can have some tea and some pies and just rest.
And we're going to work on a plan for how to proceed.
And then we are going to
Very
work
good.
on a plan. And,
Very good. Yeah.
But perhaps resting for a moment and getting our bearings would be a wise choice.
And you and Nendra are you and Nendra have been very polite and forthcoming. Your family is similarly just as polite and kindly.
Oh yes, of course. Well,
Okay.
Szezna, of course, is the most wonderful woman. She's the one who raised me and my sister.
Well, it will be delightful to meet to meet her. I've never been underground before, and only heard tales of the Underdark cities. So, it's a lot to adjust to.
It is most spectacular, isn't it?
She kind of like looks over at. She kind of looks over at Xenia of like, I've been brought to a Drow City.
Yeah, I know. Zen was gonna say, yeah, they're all elves, but held her tongue. She's like, she probably has context clues to figure out what the vibe's gonna be.
Definitely on the scale of just blending in right away and accepting to detect poison on everything served to you. She's probably at about a 4 or 5. She's,
Okay.
you know, she's coping very well.
Okay.
The suspicion Zephyr didn't come by through her.
So.
All right. Yeah. So we'll.
My
we just-
suspicion was well placed. Okay.
Oh, shut
It's
up.
true.
No, it was
The
not.
city is run by a hag and a devil.
Okay.
City
all right,
was
they
established by a
know.
hag and was being overtaken by a devil. The in-between was just fine.
I mean, obviously.
Fucking,
but-
it's being run by the fucking arbiters, which are basically just the bishops from the Cult of the Lamb.
I mean, true. Yes, absolutely. Old Kumakatai.
well, fuck.
I mean, look. That one I will insist was organic because Cult of the Lamb didn't exist before.
Yeah, that one was after.
So that one, yeah,
You
that
were
one
the
came after.
original.
I was the creator. Yeah. Okay,
We go get them settled. That's the goal. Xen does not want to talk about their plans or all the distressing things that are happening behind until we're all at least in like a place where we can sit down and talk about it.
Yes.
Okay. You guys just go wandering to Szezna. Since it's on literally the opposite end of the cavern, it probably takes a good hour and a half or so to get over.
Yeah.
You're hurrying. It's not like you're running, but you're
Nendra is a good tour guide. She tells all the she
Cute.
points out all the areas and gives little anecdotes of life here, and basically is trying to make it as normal as possible.
yeah.
But she's kind of doing a failing job a little bit just because she's a pretentious drow. But
I mean,
but she's trying at least.
you fail to comfort a member of Zephyr's family? What do you mean?
Shocking.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure.
This is the lattice work that almost crushed many of our citizens here. They typically come here in families. Do you know families?
Are you familiar? Those are things you form and then don't abandon your children with.
I think Jack just became a ghostwriter for Nendra.
Yes. I think, you know what? I'm going to say that she says that, but she says it completely just straight.
Full, but
You said persuasion or performance?
you could do either.
Both.
Which one is more fun?
Both are -1. So,
Nice.
they're both fun, and I got an 8, so that's a 7.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent.
which
There-
is perfect.
There are a few moments like Echo's a good audience. She's trying. She's just one middle-aged lady trying. There are a few moments that you notice Hudaar kind of chuckling to herself as you awkwardly try to introduce everything. You notice you four are getting a few eyes on you as you're wandering through. You're giving the spiel to Nendra. Give me an insight check.
That is a 27.
Okay. Okay.
Told you, me and Kori needed Nendra. She's the only sibling that can roll well.
I got a 19, and that's a +8 BB.
It's strange. You've passed by a couple of your fellows, a couple of people you know or familiar with, and they don't seem surprised to see you. They seem almost welcome and nod and looking back toward in the direction of Szesna's house and smiling familiarly. It's weird. It's not creepy or off-putting, but you're used to a bit more of a surprise at this point of your presence in the city, given the last month or so. Just something to pick up on.
People acting very strange today, but
What are they doing?
I don't know. They're just acting a little odd. I don't really know exactly what it is, but I'm sure it's probably just my imagination. Probably
Welcome to the gaslighting arc.
too keyed up with everything that's been going on. So.
It's fair.
Anyway, to the left is the Drow Strip Club.
Took Zephyr's mom to a strip club.
It's a very classy strip club.
You hear this tiny. Oh.
Your son
Oh.
frequented it many nights when we were here.
This is one of his favorite hotspots.
She
Brun-
told yes.
Brun and
Zephyr
I
was
would go
quite.
there and
Zephyr was quite fond of.
You know, Zeph and Brun, his wife.
They both very
Oh,
much
God.
loved it.
God damn.
It probably added some spice to the relationship. I am not one to judge, but
Zeph
Czar
was-
is also very nice too. Zen tries to interject. Change the subject.
oh man.
Oh no.
I'm keeping Kayla updated on what's going on, so I just let her
Good.
know that the atrocities being committed right now.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
We are dangerously close to a couple hate crimes at some point, I'm certain.
This episode's only like half canon.
No.
It's canon.
It's canon to me,
full
baby.
Canon. It's canon.
Oh man.
Only just a moment. Give me a sec.
Oh, guys. If Gina had more intense spells, she might have casted a spell. Because she was feeling so distrustful.
Yeah, it would be very fucked up to come
Yeah.
back and everybody's like, "What do you mean you're
Yeah.
married? What do you mean you were just
Yeah.
haven't been here in 4 years?"
She has one backup plan. The only thing that she can kind of do is talk to plants. She might try to talk to a plant and see
Be
if
like,
it tells
"Hey."
her the truth.
Oh my
Might
god.
work
I
on
don't
the
trust my
Muskinids.
family. My brother
Yeah.
and my grandmother who love me, but this plant, I believe.
Well, because I don't know, she's like, people could not, you could wear it
No,
on
for
people's
sure. It's
faces
smart,
and-
especially after the devil.
Yeah.
The devil literally changed our perceptions of reality.
But see, I don't know that Gina remembers that. That's what's so hard about all of it.
Yeah.
Imagine being your family members who, like, imagine one of your siblings shows up with somebody you've never met before, saying that they are
Yeah.
their long-term spouse, and then that person talks to you like they know you also. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's got to tell. You're like,
It'd be
excuse you,
weird.
buddy?
It'd be weird.
Like fuck off. Like
You'd
what
be
do
like
you-
very concerned about the
Yeah, like,
other
who the
person.
fuck?
Like what happened to you, especially in the world of magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Right after you just found out that there was a fucking demon in your midst.
But again, do I even know that?
I don't
You
know,
don't, but your family
They
does.
do.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that's
Like,
true.
you know, great. What the fuck has she gotten into now?
Because Szezna also went through the whole thing where she got
Because
mind
you don't know where
manipulated.
Nendra is, they don't know where Nendra is.
Yeah, that's,
so
'cause that's where more of Gina's concern is starting. Is she's like, is Nendra missing? Like, is this all
Yeah.
about Nendra somehow? That's why she was like, I don't want to talk more about it
Yeah.
because
We're about to walk on up. Don't worry, we'll make everything
Gina
so
showed
clear.
up, doesn't remember shit and doesn't know where Nendra is. If that's not a fucking alarm bell,
yeah.
Enda's so smart. It's like, sorry. This
I do
sounds like a
wanna-
big
I do-
problem.
Option to go. I'm out.
I'm out.
above my pay grade.
I ain't doing this. Y'all making me tired.
Tired.
So, a few minutes go by. You wander along the streets. Xenia, roll me a D100, please.
Why do you always make me roll these?
I haven't.
You have. Very
The last
recently.
2 weeks, she's had to do it.
I have.
Well, maybe you should learn math.
Wait,
Jack,
that's not right.
Thank
Hold
you. Thank you for enabling me, Jack.
Yeah, no problem.
on. 60.
You guys are walking along the pathway, and you see a familiar red tiefling form moving along throughout the streets, just wandering by.
That looks so relieved instantly.
Oh, thank the gods, Enda.
Oh,
Hello.
And is not smart enough. He's just like, oh yeah, Gina did say they'd be here. Doesn't mention anything.
kind of wanders up and extends his hand.
What? Why? What's? Why are we shaking hands? What is happening?
Well, sorry. Yeah, no, right. He just comes over, gives you a hug. Sorry, it's just been a weird fucking couple of minutes.
Tell us about it.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Yes, I believe you.
We are back.
Very briefly, we got to go back immediately, basically.
It was
Okay.
It's not okay over there.
It was the fastest place we could run to, so you know.
Right, and you guys were. I'm so sorry. He kind of like goes over to the drow first. Pleasure, haven't seen you around these parts. Enda, good to meet you. Kind of like gives a slight bow and goes over to Echo. Oh shit! He kind of like, good to meet you. He kind of takes her hand and bows a little bit. You.
This is Echo. This is Zephyr's
Echo.
mother.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. Oh man, y'all work quick. Okay. Pleasure to meet you. He kind of like bows deeply. I see where Zephyr gets his good looks from. So
Flirting with his mom.
more admitting to.
Uh-huh.
So, right, you found his dad too?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait a minute, that wasn't that fella I just said hello to, was it?
What fellow?
Well, it was it was a little weird. You were here with Gina, right?
What?
No.
No. What?
Okay.
Is Gina here?
Gina's here?
Yeah, she brought some weird.
She was
tense-
not with us when we teleported here.
Okay,
No.
well, there were a lot of bags. She
She was
kind of
with-
seemed.
She was supposed to come with us, but then she didn't make the teleportation circle.
We had to leave very quickly, and we had to leave most of the group behind.
Okay, well, she was being real weird, and there were a lot of bags, and
Gods.
she was being more standoffish than usual with me.
Oh, no.
She wasn't. Was she anxious? What? All right.
No,
let's just
she
go.
didn't let me
Let's go.
hug her.
Okay. Yes. Something might be wrong with her brain.
I
Give
think...
me a persuasion check.
Oh no, I can't fix that today.
21.
Oh damn.
Wait, actually, I might be able to.
And you hear this deep sigh out of Enda.
It's always Zen. He brings his mom back.
I can't stay the fuck away from you people. All right, fine. Okay, fine.
Wait. So she was with another man, and like as they're walking, like
Oh,
Zen's
yeah.
trying to figure out what happened.
Just with another man. Just wasn't Zephyr.
It was Hana.
Well,
Okay.
She was supposed to travel with Hana.
Well, did you get his name? Was it Hana? She was
No,
supposed to come with
I
Hana.
didn't take. She acted like she didn't know me, so I just figured there was something fucking weird going
Oh,
on.
no.
I just got the hell out of
Is she
Dodge.
still there? Is she still like at the house right now?
Well, probably. I don't know.
Okay, I need to go. I need to go fix this. It is very good to see you.
Okay.
But
Well, okay, hang on.
there's
On a scale of there's a demon tormenting a city to there's some freaky little worm things about to bite my legs off. How bad we talking here?
Demon tormenting a city.
demon tormenting.
Worse
Okay.
than demon tormenting a
Worse
city.
than that.
We're talking wish level magic, Enda.
What's that?
Oh god.
The most powerful spell that can ever be cast by a human being has been cast upon Zephyr's family.
Give me an intimidation check.
Of the entire city. Not
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Did they wish for devilish good looks?
That's about right for Zen. 5.
More fandom. A 5? Oh no, Enda, my sweet boy. Okay, well, I mean, y'all made it out. How bad could it be?
Well,
The rest of our party is not here.
which means that the rest of
Except for apparently Gina?
and that.
Well, shit, y'all aren't like forward, like just running to get something done. Well, wait, where's Zephyr Brun in Silencio?
They're trapped in the airplane, and they might not remember who we are if what you say is about Gina is true.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
It's actually great you're here, because I was meaning to tell somebody everything that happened, just in case when we go back, and Xen starts telling the whole story.
Oh, I'm definitely not the right
Into
person.
the bearer.
She's gonna tell somebody else, but she just needs to get it off her chest right now.
You see his eyes glass over probably about a third to half of the way
This
through.
is my favorite thing to do to Enda. Tell him all the stuff we've been up to.
Hi, Enda. Trauma dump. Right. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Yep.
Zephyr and Brun wake up on a cool morning in the airplane with their warforge that they built together.
Oh man.
Okay.
So you remember that, because if we get over there and we never come back, somebody needs to come and get us. Somebody needs to go what's going on.
Put that responsibility on Enda.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to talk to some other people about it. It's just, there's a lot going on right now, Enda.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that. That's
Yes, it's quite serious. Quite.
Just take us back to Szezna's house.
right. Yep. Okay.
Like Nendra has like picked up the pace and is like fast walking. Sorry, ladies, but we do need to pick up the pace. And she's like leaving them in the dust and is just like trying to hurry back to Szezna's.
Okay. Right. I'll try and remember that. Echo, pleasure to meet you. Your son is a very strong person.
The kindest thing you could say about Xen. Physical attribute.
Your paws are soft.
Paws are soft. Echo kind of smiles at that. Probably the first moment of like, oh, thank God there are almost normies here, and it's this strange devil man. Yeah, you make it over to Szezna's house. Nendra, you go hurrying up the stairs past the swarm of myconids kind of gathering around at the gate.
She shuffles her way through. Please, Pop, step aside. I do not want to crush you. Please, excuse me. Ugh.
You accidentally step on like one toe, like stepping on a dog's tail. You're like, oh no! As
I'm
this
so
puff of
sorry.
mud-
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. This is why I told you that you do not want to be underfoot.
Yep,
because
there it
this-
is.
This is what happens.
Immediately apologize, then comes the anger of like, what the hell?
How could you make me do that?
This is your fault.
I love Nendra so much.
You hurry up the stairs and go through the door like you do.
Szezna?
Gina. No questions have been asked. Just the delightful savory tea native to Shedzayed.
Gina's not drinking, she's not eating.
Are you certain there's nothing I could get you?
How long have we been inside the house?
Probably about 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
I think that Gina has like I don't know, tell me if this makes sense in the magic. Like I feel like her brain is not processing and she keeps just like asking the same thing in different ways about like Nendra, and you know what I mean? Like where she's kind of like stuck in this loop and they're maybe knowing more and more that things are like not right.
Nendra.
So you telling me that Nendra is not here? Because if that's the case, we need to go find someone to find her because she's been kidnapped or something.
Understandably, you are concerned. You and your sister had left Shedzayed for a time. You came back a few days ago. You stayed, you enjoyed your time, you relaxed.
Szezna, we did not. I have not been here in 4 years. I've been at home with Hana, and there's my shop and the plants, and he just got a promotion, and we were coming back here for vacation, and
Hana, she kind of smiles softly at a very confused-looking Air Genasi. Is your spouse?
yes,
Okay.
you were there. You officiated our wedding.
I am telling you that there is something amiss because either you or I are mistaken.
Well, it's not me.
But we both believe that, so there must be a way to ascertain the truth in a neutral setting.
Kori, I've decided I would like to go to the temple.
Oh, good. Yay. Fantastic.
She stands up and pulls Hana. No need to escort me, I know the way.
As you do, you hear this tromping upstairs, and Nendra opens the door.
Nendra opens the door. Gina has a myconid under one arm. There's a
She hasn't let
pile
the
of
myconid
luggage
go
in
in the last
corner.
20
No,
minutes.
there's a especially if it's just content in her lap.
Comfort Myconid.
Yeah.
She's waffling with Hana on the other hand, and she's like about to go out the door when Nendra like walks into her.
Gina.
Nendra, I told you. She whips around. Szezna's sick, Nendra. We need to take care of her.
This is the Szezna goes to an old folks home arc.
Her and Kori are not remembering things very well. They told me that you weren't here, and I kept telling them that you were here. You just wrote to me the other day.
Because she wasn't here, she was gone with you.
She was.
We just got back from the airplane. You missed the teleportation circle. How on earth did you get here?
A teleportation circle.
No, but
Xen like
But
peeks out from behind Nendra.
Gina takes a couple steps back at this new person.
Nendra
New people.
Nendra steps forward, puts a comforting hand on her sister's arm, and does remove curse.
Okay.
Sometimes it's better not to ask for permission.
Gina, do you resist?
What are my options?
Yeah, what? You're the character. What are you? Why are you asking me for options?
The two options.
Yes, she resists.
Okay.
Wow, she didn't even trust Nendra.
Gina,
Not
give
right
me
now.
an acrobatics check. Nendra, athletics.
Everyone's gaslighting her in her mind. Okay, acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. You can do athletics or acrobatics. It's your choice.
That's gonna be the better one. That's 14.
13.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
No, I can't. I can't help. Oh, you have fortunate reading. I gave you a fortunate reading before we did all the scrying stuff this morning.
Last an hour. Fortunate reading.
It
doesn't
lasts 24 hours.
Oh, then you do have a fortunate reading.
Okay, then what?
You
what
can
is
roll
that?
with advantage.
Okay. Ha! 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 18.
Oh, Lindsay, I love you.
D&D is very exciting, guys.
It is fun.
Haha, it's me, Lindsay.
I never thought I'd get so stoked on that.
Me! Nendra, for a brief second, Gina pulls back successfully, but you recognize the instincts, the reflexes of your sister, and overcompensate just to grab her by the wrist long enough to pop off the spell. Gina.
Huh?
Two parallel different lives coincide and collide with each other. Fortunately, reality overtakes the false life that had been set over the past 4 years. You have the haziest memory of what you had been led to believe, but the memories, the false memories, are no longer there. You're aware that you were led to believe you were married to Hana, but you do not have the cognitive dissonance of
day-to-day married life.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
That's a relief.
It's this feeling of like two trains colliding with each other, and then it's disorienting as shit, but all of a sudden one of the trains seems just fine and keeps moving forward as the other just disintegrates and fades away. It's a brief moment, like you fall down to the ground and are same way that Eliasif and Echo were, but it does clarify. Your memories are back.
She falls and she lets the little Micah baby go.
Nendra kneels down and holds her, or like not holds her, but just like has a hand on her and be like, Gina, are you all right?
As she falls, you see Hana come up and like grab
Hana,
her.
no,
Like,
Hana. Zen like steps forward, like seeing this happen, is like gonna try to grab his arm. Yeah.
give me an athletics check.
Zen of all people.
She gonna get punched.
Wow. Okay.
-1, 18.
Ooh.
He goes to a knee to try and help Gina as Xenia somehow grabs his arm.
It's more like the presence of her just like getting in between and being like, no, back up, don't touch me, but also back up.
You look at him, he is confused, he is angry. You see him for a second just look frustrated. Who the hell are you? Get out of my way.
Okay, Gina has had a spell cast on her. I
Move or
assume
be moved.
you can try your best.
Nendra looks up and she says, "Do not."
Is he gonna clock
And
her?
yeah, that's a nat 20.
Fuck.
You say
He'll
do
fight
your
for me, so romantic.
You say do your best as Xenia, you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as a fist right into your face.
All right, she like reels back, like pinches her nose, drops her eyes towards him, and then casts telekinesis and like shoves him 20 feet back.
Oh.
Constitution
No
saving throw or
fighting.
dex saving
It's a
throw?
strength
House.
saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay.
God damn it, we finally have party infighting and Zephyr isn't there? Come on.
That's a 16. I don't think that does anything.
No.
Okay.
It fails. I'm making sure it's strength. Hold on. I have never used this spell before.
If Silencio ever finds out, this man
strength
is
checks.
dead.
Oh, I
Strength
have to
check.
make an ability check, actually.
Oh. Is it against his AC?
It's against his strength check. My
Oh.
spellcasting ability check against his strength check, but it
Okay.
was a 24.
Oh yeah, no. He just right against the cabinets of the kitchen.
Silencio and Zephyr can have like a Need for Speed brotherhood. We're just taking on Hana after we find out that he punched Xenia.
I'm here for it.
We'll just start with with this handshake with each other, and then we're good to go.
It'll just be the scene from Office Space, but Hana is the printer.
Hana, take a deep breath. Gina is in clear distress right now. She needs space and a moment, and then we will help you work through the same magic that is affecting you right now.
Persuasion check. Disadvantage because
I just shoved him.
because this Genasi is pissed.
Would have been a natural 20, but instead it's a 19.
Okay. His anger doesn't go away, but he definitely seems to be far more concerned that Gina is all right than that he's being held.
Mm-hmm.
Gina
And Zen's not like
Nendra.
hovering over Gina. Like she has stepped forward to give Gina and Nendra space. Like she's not trying to interfere, but she's trying to give her that space.
Okay. Gina and Nendra, you two are kind of huddled on the floor as you feel another pair of arms just gently lift Gina up as Szezna brings her into the comfiest chair of the living room.
Gina's like shaky.
All right, honey, please, just sit. You didn't drink your tea. Give me a moment. I'll get that for you.
Okay.
Yes, some fresh tea, and we shall. What? Do you want to talk about it?
Was that Was that the same spell that Echo and Eliasif and...
I am assuming so, yes.
She looks over at Hana. Is he being, like, held against the, like...
He is being held, like, just against the cabinets full poltergeist. Oh, come on. Wow, okay. Dice don't want to work today.
Zen's not like pushing him in aggressively, but she's making sure he's not move forward
held.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She, like, looks over at Hana. And then, like, looks back at Nendra, and you can fix him.
Well, yes, of course.
Can you do it now?
Fix him. Wait. Gina, what's going on?
Nendra, can you do it right now? If you tell me you're out of spell slots, I swear.
No, I'm not. I can, if it's the same spell I just did on you, I can do it again. And she stands and she approaches.
Gina stands with her to walk over to Hana.
We're going to be removing the same spell that was cast on Gina. It's just going to help you. It helped Gina. Gina now is all right.
Her eyes are like, why?
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check.
Can I add something for a help or an advantage?
It would be just straight, because again, powerful magic would have been disadvantaged, but with you helping, it
Okay.
cancels out.
13.
13. He's trying to resist. There's not a whole lot he can do while being held magically through, but he is actively like trying to fight and kick to the limited degree he can.
I think a speedy assistance would be better, Nendra. I don't think we're going
Agreed.
to talk this through.
Yes, probably right. And she strides over to Hana and places a hand on his shoulder and
Give me another athletics check. He's kicking. He's trying to resist.
Does she have advantage because I'm helping?
He has disadvantage on his roll.
Got it.
12.
Okay. He's kicking, trying to get away, pulling his legs up, but you manage to grab one of the boots by his ankle, and you feel the magic take. And his body just goes limp for a second.
Then we'll lower him to the ground and then completely release him.
In kind of the same way that Nendra was there for Gina, maybe not as close, but she kneels down, kind of brushes his hair out of his face so he can breathe. You okay?
I don't know whether to make a joke or probably the throw up. He gets up and goes to the sink and just vomits.
Gina just like grimaces and stands up and kind of like straightens her shirt.
So, what I'm assuming Asosh put you under.
There was some kind of light fuckery thing.
Right.
Then
Well, the town all destroyed and your armor was all destroyed, and then...
How did you all get here? How did you two get here?
Do you remember that?
You?
Do you remember that, Nick, or is that part of the haziness?
Again, it's hazy. These are facts, but you remember the things you did, not the memories.
Gotcha.
You
Okay, that
remember
makes
the
sense.
things
Yeah, because
you've
we
done.
actually did this thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
I was worried this morning about Nendra, and she kind of like is remembering like the blissful domestic morning for a second, like shakes her head, and we decided to come here to check on Nendra because I thought that something was wrong. And
I took vacation. We don't get vacation though, so.
took vacation time.
Well, apparently, but we don't get vacation, so.
Well, welcome to vacation.
So
Can we not joke still? Is it still not?
That seems very strange. Why do you not get vacation? Should you not get time off? Anyway, that
Ninny,
is
that's not the point
course.
right now. Ninny.
Again,
And-
socialist, utopia.
right. of
Flash.
There
course.
was a wizard or something from the palace that sent us. Just it
Yeah,
was
we
easy.
had.
Why did we not do that on our way over here? That's fine.
Did you ask?
We would.
We asked if we had somebody who could help us teleport. I guess we were trying to use the circle. It's
We would-
fine.
Trying to escape as quickly as possible, and
Our mistake was asking the brain-damaged king.
and
Probably.
Asosh
Not
was
directed, yeah.
doing quite a lot to keep us from leaving.
So you were stopped. There was this bright light. I think we saw that light too. Everything went old, and then
Even Hana.
but we made it through. I had a wall of 4 steps. We were able to teleport, and then everything got reset in the elemental plane of air. Did you see Brun? Did you see Zephyr? Did you see the king?
We saw no. We didn't even remember you all existed.
Did you go to the palace? Did you see anything?
Well, we
Did
were
you-
in the palace. We were simply just. In
You'd gone to
different-
work. I went to
I-
go find you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
There
bad.
is a thing, though. Gina had mentioned that just before everything went all fuckery, the city didn't quite look right.
We
It
saw that
was-
too.
Did you
Right.
see that too? Did you see that,
Yes,
Hana?
we did see that.
It was like it was like
Partially destroyed.
A war-torn country.
it was like the rings. He looks over at Gina. It's fake, like it was sustained by.
You thought the war-torn part looked fake? Or you thought that the clean part looked fake?
No, I think probably the clean part looks fake. He kind of like pulls open one of the luggage, one of the luggage you guys brought. Full, by the way, full travel luggage. And brings out some of the more ceremonial robes from the royal guard. And you notice tears and holes, rips, dirt, not nearly as pristine as it looked amongst those wearing it in the throne room.
So is it a mass illusion?
That is
Illusion created by this wish.
that is currently the running theory, but we are trying to understand how and what and
Hana,
why.
how's Hana doing right now? Does he look like he's falling apart, or does he look like he's...
He looks like he's keeping it together. I mean, like, as well as one could.
Right. I'm glad you made it, Hana. I'm glad you made it too, Gina. What do you remember about this war, now that you are here?
No, he's got to have a saving throw because he's no longer there. Started probably 30 years ago. Incursions by storm giants, the other civilization of the plains. There wasn't an instigating moment, though. It was just like
They suddenly
perhaps
invaded?
they just happened to decide to start invading. It.
And the city of Elriake was winning the war and won the war, in your memory.
We were doing quite well. We were. There were a couple of brief incursions, but nothing terrible. Ososh managed to repair on any buildings and damage lost. A majority of the war was us meeting on skirmishes in the skies between the two places.
So how does your memory of that time in the war compare to the war-torn city you just saw?
I was quite young. It didn't seem like this when the war was ongoing, though. It seemed almost as pristine as it does now, though.
So you never have any memory of the city ever looking like that?
He's gonna try again. No, not exact. No.
Does he seem magically confused, or does he just seem like confused?
You can give me an insight check.
When we
I'm
saw the
also
city
gonna
crumbling, was it like, did it seem like it was from like impacts and stuff, or did it seem like it was just from like hundreds of years of not being maintained?
It's a good question.
Give me... Man. So Gina, Nendra, and Xenia, give me intelligence checks for that question specifically.
The insight was 24.
And
24?
I have
was
insight
13.
Insight advantage because I was married to this man for 4 years.
No, because you weren't
Okay,
actually
it
married
was
to
a-
this man.
It was a 5.
Okay.
Intelligence checks?
Intelligence.
Wait,
Yeah.
so is that just like a... Okay.
9.
Yeah, it would technically be a stonemason's check, but I know you guys aren't proficient in him, so
10.
18.
10, 18, 9. Yeah, Xenia, it looked more like wear and tear than impact craters and damage. It looked like a city was just in
Ruins, kind of, almost.
ruins, more like in a state of disrepair, like maintenance we hardly know her, like
Yeah, so probably it just hasn't been maintained in hundreds of years because the social
Because no one has
it's
to,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah. And for the insight check about magical influence?
It's really hard to tell the difference between dumb confusion and magical influence.
Fuck. Alright. We might be in a similar situation where we have to target memories again. Though it just seemed to fix you right now.
Well, it fixed the...
Memory of your life together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right, Nendra, how many more times can you do this?
Only one more time.
Got to
Right.
make it count.
Wait, let me double check.
So there's more about him that's broken. More things you need to fix.
It's more
I'm
about
just-
you that's broken.
But you, Hana, lived in the airplane
Okay,
while
I
this
might
was
be
happening.
magically broken. It's better than emotionally.
What does
You're
that?
not broken, you just
what
have the
was
best
that-
information.
What was that supposed to mean? You saying that?
We can go on. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Oh. Gina is gonna walk across the room back to her big comfy chair and sit down.
See the faint hint of a smile, perhaps attempting to get back to the antagonistic humor.
She wraps herself in her favorite blanket, sits there.
Okay.
If we can target memories of the war end, were you... what is your current memory of how the war ended, Hana?
War ended after Eliosif killed Ulvulk in single combat. There was a team of storm giants who had stolen away Echo. Kind of
You were
like...
very young when the war started.
I was very young.
So I cannot do a greater restoration. I do not have that ability, which would be targeted memory.
Well, Greater Restoration just allowed us to see, right? Isn't that what it was? And we did that because we didn't trust anybody.
So would remove curse get reveal more? Like if you just keep doing it again and again and again?
You would probably still have to be pretty targeted, but you could do it.
Okay, then yeah, she'll do it one more time on him.
Okay, what are you trying to target?
That, like, the war.
The war itself. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You approach him one more time. He recoils for a moment before giving you his arm.
Thank you.
Yeah. A moment goes by. Kind of stands a little straighter. The furrow in his brow deepens as... it's... There is something probably amiss. I remember watching as a child large swaths of soldiers being sent off by the last monarch for war and sent out on the sky ships to never return.
As invaders.
No, like... Speaking of repelling invaders, but I don't remember seeing any. And that last day, I was a little older. I don't recall seeing any storm giants. Just us gathered in a fighting pit, watching LSC fighting air. I remember...
Was he injured at that point? Was he whole or was he injured?
He, like, closes his eyes. He was injured already. His head had already something wrong with it, but no combat. I don't remember a single time seeing a storm giant. It's like...
The war never happened in the first place?
And where did we send all those people to die? Many never came back. Most never came back.
Very good question. Do you remember any of them returning? What did they say of their time?
You returned, they seemed about as shocked as anybody does after they return from war. Injuries, they were real. Yeah, Elias, if his head is pieces missing. That is real.
Yes, he was attacked. We saw a vision, or Nendra saw. He was attacked on the day he arrived back, and he received an injury from what appeared to be light. It was hard to tell.
Very similar to the light that all of us saw in
I
this.
remember flashes of light. The flashes of light between moments, large speeches that were given. Yes. Yes.
Alright, so there were never any storm giants in Oriake. However, people were sent, and people didn't come back. So something still happened to those people. That's another question.
I feel like every layer we go, the more complicated this gets.
Agreed. Well, I think we know at the end of the day, Ososh is partially responsible for this. He is the one creating the magic. We know it's a Marubin who cast it. We don't know which one. And we don't know the terms of the deal. And if we can figure out the terms of the deal, or the wish, then we can figure out how to break it. So, what can we do right now? Nendra, do you have anything left? Or do we need the rest?
I
I need a nap right now.
I
No,
do.
Gina, you should go sleep. It's alright.
There is not much that I can really do at this point.
Alright. I know it's been a long day.
It really has.
If Ososhi's a piece of this, then I left my post and left Eliasif to fend for himself. Left Eliasif and his son to fend for themselves.
It was the king's request that his wife be taken care of. I think he would rather have you here with her.
And where?
Like Echo's been in the kitchen, like puttering around.
Completely like spaced out.
Kind of awkwardly, like she's there, she's present, but like not really trying to be engaged in this. Then why send us here?
Because of the same things that tried to happen, the things that happened to you on the way out. We are concerned that the memories would be rewritten. We were concerned we would get back to square one. We just needed to get her out of the plane.
Okay.
Perhaps whenever the people who left, their minds were rewritten so that they didn't even remember.
We know that we haven't done all this before.
Do we? Do we really know?
No.
Your memories were. It clearly did not wear off when you returned to the material plane, so we do not know what we don't know. I think that's a place to start. We could cast Remove Curse on ourselves, make a time-level event, make sure we're not doing this for the 100th time.
Agreed.
It's at this point that the very beautiful drow woman, Gina, a stranger to you, steps forward. It is also possible that it may take some time simply for all of the remaining effects and memories, and the longer we are away from the plane of air, the higher our resistance will be, the less the magic will be able to take a hold.
It's true, that's a good point. Don't know how much time we have over here, but...
Gina looks at not at Nendra, at Szezna, because everyone else is engaged in this, and she doesn't think that this drow came with us from the airplane, and she points to her and mouths to Szezna, "Who is that?"
Szezna, like, frowns and shrugs.
She wraps herself tighter.
Alright, then it sounds like we need to rest. I need to go buy some things. And in the morning, we have some questions to ask of the people we can.
And are we going back in the morning?
We'll be going back tomorrow. I don't know if it's in the morning or if it's in the evening,
Sure.
however long it takes.
Well, who are you questioning here?
Well, I think it would be good for us to try some of the similar spells we did in the elemental plane of air, where we know we will not be interfered with, such as Sphalia using some of Nendra's magic that way. I was hoping to speak with Idris, maybe stop by the library if we have to. And I would like to speak to Hudaar as well.
It's back at... Oh, that's Hudaar.
I can make myself available.
Then maybe you and I can chat while everybody else gets settled.
If we're concerned of the fidelity of memories, then perhaps a night's rest is in the best interest for all of us that sleep.
Don't do much of that these days. Alright, fair enough.
Gina stands up, still under her snuggle blanket. Are the guests' rooms available, Szezna?
Of course they are. Please make yourselves available to them. We have plenty of room. I take it that 3 of your companions did not make it and are still elsewhere?
That is correct.
Very well. Then there's plenty of room. Gina... She kind of like comes up to you. So I take it you and the other Genasi are not an item?
No.
Very well. Then there's still plenty of room, but
Excellent.
it helps with...
Racist Szezna, glad she doesn't bring a Genasi home.
There's still plenty of room. I just wanted to be certain that any changes in
He can stay wherever. It doesn't matter.
When you gonna bring home a nice drow boy?
When you gonna bring home a drow boy?
Oh man.
She says that like between her and Szezna, but then she raises her voice. Isn't that right, Hana?
Wherever I want.
I think she actually does kind of laugh with him at that one. Wherever you want, Hana. Do tell us wherever. Where would you like to be?
He actually gives an almost good attempt at the same amused smile he gave like 8 hours ago. Before, wherever is most comfortable. One of the guest beds, or even on the couch, I will be just fine. I think perhaps there might even be a bedroll here that I would be more than happy to sleep on.
All that settled.
Okay.
Xenia, your books. I brought them.
Oh shit, did you actually get them?
I got them. I don't know if they're worth anything. I have them though. I brought
Did you
them.
pack up the books?
I explicitly said last time that Gina was getting her
But-
books
okay,
off of
okay.
because you had told me that was what I had been reading
Yes,
that
it
week.
was one
So
of the things
Gina
you were
was
reading,
like,
yeah.
Yep. So she did grab
Absolutely.
them. I did say that last time.
Okay.
This is excellent.
I don't know
Thank
if
you,
it's
Gina.
anything, but it's what we were supposed to do, and we did it. Right, Hana?
I guess I don't. It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, it does.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
You're not a very
It's
good singer,
been-
Hana.
It's been.
Marubin.
As Zen takes the books from you, she'll like throw them in. No, she doesn't. She didn't get the bag folding. She'll throw them in her bag. This little tiny wizard, and then she'll say, "Sorry that I asked you to go get that, and then you were separated, and all this happened.
It's fine.
It's not.
No, of course it's fine.
Do you want to talk about it?"
It is.
I
it's
am going to go
actually
get-
not quite fine, but
Well, I'm gonna go get the queen and his royal godliness settled, and we can all plan and talk.
I should probably be stationed outside of the door for Her Majesty. He kind of like looks over, almost not certain that he's speaking about Echo. Like he's almost trying to pick up on context clues, but you get
Hey, I don't think anyone's
Whenever-
explicitly said,
no,
"Hey, that's
whenever-
the queen."
you
Whenever
get
he
the
says
sense
that, she gives a big nod.
you
Good
get
job.
the sense he's
Uh-huh.
like he doesn't quite believe it, but like there's the connections are slowly getting made.
Mm-hmm.
Big nod.
All right. Okay. Yes. Let's get everybody settled. Try to sleep.
yes, I
We'll
am.
reconvene in the morning.
I am exhausted.
So,
Me.
your Majesty, he like moves as Echo kind of like nods a little. Both of them very awkwardly as he holds the door open for her and like closes it and just kind of like leans up and collapses into the floor, leaning against the wall, the door frame right next to it.
Well, Gina had made sure Echo's room was all nice and cozy, and then
Very good.
she brings Hana a pillow.
Thank you very much.
Right. She like stands there for a second.
Did you want a kiss goodnight? Well,
No. Did you?
Okay. Well, I wouldn't say no, but it feels like it'd be a little inappropriate.
Especially when you're at work, I see.
I do work very hard.
Very hard.
I kind of like
Yeah, I think
sigh.
they both give like a big sigh at the same time. So we're good, right? This isn't.
It was very fucking weird, but it was. Yeah, weird. It wasn't real.
No.
It was fine.
It was fine.
You made a good fake wife.
You made a decent fake husband. You worked too hard. Too
Probably
much.
the realest thing about that, yeah.
Well, I think... you almost got me to say something sincere there for a moment, Hana. I was this close to giving you a sincere compliment.
I could ruin that for you.
Well, you already have.
You know, if you wanted to consummate the marriage,
Okay, all right. She turns away, flips
Chuckle.
him off over her shoulder.
You hear him chuckle and this exhausted sigh, and he leans back against the door frame.
All right. Well, Gina goes to Nendra. I successfully avoided having an emotion about that whole situation, so I really am fine.
Right. Well,
The definition of fine, avoiding having an emotion.
that is quite a distressing situation. So, if you wish to speak about it, I'm of course here. Obviously.
I feel like it's a curse, Nendra.
To talk about it?
No, like to flirt with people.
Oh.
If I hadn't, I wouldn't be in this situation. I probably would have just been turned into some kind of, I don't know, god at the castle or something strange like that. But instead, I got married with this man. So I suppose
Your
I shan't...
nose bleeds a little bit.
So I suppose I shan't flirt anymore. It's just me and the plants for the rest of my life.
I'm not certain that that is the takeaway, but perhaps a time of abstinence or thoughtfulness
Shudders in fear.
would be all right, but
I suppose.
don't shackle yourself.
Well, I already did, apparently, and me married. Can you believe it? That's the most unrealistic thing about it all.
Did you
Unless
dislike
she's
it?
a lake maid.
Did I what?
Did you dislike it?
No.
Well then, okay.
But that's not even all that...
So then it's not something to be so derisive about. Clearly, there is some merit to it.
Famous proponent of monogamy, Nendra.
Nendra was engaged.
Well, how'd that work out?
Well, he cheated on her, so
Well,
Well,
it didn't work out so well.
I don't know, Ninny. It was very strange.
Well, then for now we can just leave it be.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'm fine. Are you fine? Is Xenia fine?
Well,
Or
it
too
is
fine.
quite. It was quite too fine. Quite distressing, honestly, but perhaps not as distressing as your situation. So, really,
It's
not
actually rather pleasant. I mean, it's distressing now, but it really wasn't all that bad.
right. Right. Well, we mostly just have an incredibly long list of things that we need to do, and I am just incredibly exhausted.
Yes, go to bed. I'm going to go check on Xenia, and then I'll join you.
Yes, of course. And she starts the process of taking off all of her armor.
fair.
Did Zin go to her room, or are her and Hudaar like sitting around the kitchen table?
I think where would have Zen gone? If everybody kind of disappeared, she probably Zen's not great about being proud about stuff. She probably would have sat down in like the middle of the living room and is drawing out the sigil for Dream with sand.
You notice as Szezna begins to offer a space to, like, one of the guest rooms to Hudaar, she sits down in the comfiest chair with, like, the high back and the side cushions. Thank you very kindly, Szezna. I find myself not very tired. I would be more than happy to assist our young friend here. She looks over at you, Xenia.
I suppose you are quite familiar with dream magic, aren't you?
More than some. Please. She, like, reaches a hand out as Szezna takes it. You've done so much for us. Sleep well, Szezna. and you watch as Szezna, well, thank you kindly. I think I may. She makes
Did
one
she
more
cast
pot of
something on
tea.
her, or did she just persuade her?
Didn't seem to cast anything, but just persuasion.
Also, one final question as we're all winding down. Where did Kori go in all of this?
He just left. He went to the temple.
Oh,
You said, yeah, he went to the temple.
He's gonna
Alright.
come back in like an hour with a whole bunch of clerics.
We're all gonna be dead asleep.
I think
They're like, "Oh."
Gina remembers that as she comes out to see Xenia, and she's like, "Oh fuck, I have to go get my brother."
Your brother?
Yes,
I didn't know you had a brother.
I sent him off to go do something before Nendra came and fixed me.
Oh.
You have a sibling other than Nendra? What?
No, I've told you about Corius before. We've talked about him before.
Maybe. Sorry, my brain's all scattered after today.
Right. No, I know. Just I need to go find him, and then I'll come speak with you for a moment, and then we shall both go to bed. Yes.
Are you really alright, Gina?
Yes.
Insight check.
I don't think she's trying to deceive that bad. Oh, she rolled really high though.
15?
Yeah, she rolled a 18 plus whatever her deception is. So
Damn.
she looks pretty all right. She looks very tired.
Well, know that leaving you behind was one of the hardest things I've done while traveling with this group. And I'm sorry that what happened to you. And if you want to talk about it, because you kind of got married to another person. And I know it was all made up, but that's a lot, Gina. So if you want to talk about it, I'll be here.
Thank you. As she passes Xenia, she squeezes her shoulder, and then she's gonna go out the door to stop Kori. We don't necessarily have to play that out, but
No,
that's
I'm
the
going to
last-
say you do stop him.
Yeah.
Not in time, but as he's on his way back.
Hello, Kori. I'm here to apologize. Your first red flag should have been that I brought home a man and that I was married to him. Those were two things that should have tipped you off first.
I had many questions over it, but I didn't want to presume.
You're so kind. I'm all better now. And
What
I'm very
was the
tired.
last letter you sent me?
Oh, it's the one that me and Nendra wrote. We were talking about how we were about to go to the airplane, and Zephyr was there, and we were kind of suspicious about him. All of those things.
And how many letters did you two send to me?
2, 1,
No, we've sent 2, I think.
2.
Okay. One from Ninny and one from you.
No, we wrote them together every time.
Okay, it's her. We're fine. He like waves off. Two
I think
clerics.
So she reaches, she moves forward, grabs his hands. Next time, slap me over the face. Don't let me make stupid decisions. She kisses his cheek. Go home. Thank
He
you.
like puts a hand on your cheek and you know that you never would let me slap you.
You have much too slow.
It's true. Good night. As
Good
he
night.
wanders off.
I love his little nasally voice, Nick.
It's such a little brother voice.
I love it. I love him.
Little nerd brother voice.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. All right. Xenia. You are now left alone in the middle of the night. Enda has gone to bed.
With a
He's
hag.
done.
Zen's dream.
Hudaar
Not
is
just the hand
simply
this time. We got the whole.
sitting at. You got the whole hag. Hudaar is just sitting. I don't know how to feel
So
about
many
that.
Parts you can chop up and turn into
Oh,
magical
no.
items.
She is simply sitting at the edge of the chair, her chin resting on the cane. This beautiful drow woman.
How do you feel?
I'm waiting for the remainder of my memories to return. There are glimpses, moments. I'm trying to categorize and re-experience every memory that I have. I can feel the wall there. it frustrates me.
If you really wanted to get it taken care of now, I'm sure we could find a cleric to help. The city is full of them.
I would prefer not to rely on such dependent magic.
I understand. I am surrounded by it all the time. It's actually quite helpful. But I understand the hesitation.
So, who do you wish to spy on in their dreams?
Not spy. I actually got permission from this person. But if you could help me, I don't know if he is going to be on this plane or not. So, do you know anything I could do to modify this spell to perhaps bridge that gap?
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. I'm gonna use a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
There we go. 21.
He looks over the sigils, the paper, looks back at you. Is it possible? Certainly. But the likelihood of you harming yourself in the process is quite high, and thus naturally I would not be able to
What if you
offer-
assisted me? Stabilize the magic?
I am not capable of doing anything that could potentially harm you.
Understood. Had to try.
Indeed.
It is odd though, isn't it? The two of us here.
In what way?
I was quite certain I'd never see anyone involved with the deal we made again. And then we stumbled upon you.
Would you call it odd? Actually,
You did seek us out.
I did not seek you out. I was fulfilling my duties.
And what are those duties exactly?
I have an obligation to advise the Marubin line as long as they remain in power.
In which Morubin made that deal originally?
It's simply been an agreement made.
Inside check. 15.
Pretty hard to read. These hags are slippery.
So there was no specific Morubin who made it, just the agreement with the family?
I'm certain there was, but as you might have noticed, memories are not entirely what they're supposed to be.
It's fair. I thought I'd try. We can talk about it in the morning. In the meantime,
Yes, I'm certain I'll be more willing to discuss my past with you in the morning.
willing or not, aren't you obligated to help this family?
To help the Marubins, yes.
Do you want to, or are you just obligated to? Do you feel anything for this family?
Give me a persuasion check.
Do you like them?
That's fitting. That's a 1 for a 6.
You made a mistake on your last rune. If you continue to speak while working on your magic, you'll find sloppy work throughout it.
I always double check. And Sun goes and fixes her mistake. But she is going to try to reach out to Eadris.
Okay.
This hag just
If
saved you
he's
from
on
getting
this plane of existence.
from your happening to you what happened to your sister.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a dig.
Let's
How
see.
Noodle came to be.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Noodle's just zen.
Roll me a D100 because I like making you do that.
God damn, so many.
So many.
Let's do Elio dice. She likes the material plane, right? 38.
38.
Really? Damn. Okay.
No. Sorry, not yeah to it works. Yeah to
Oh.
that was the number I was. I'm ignoring you.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Ignore me
He's
more.
ignoring you.
You sit down, begin to enter the trance, and you don't feel it connect. You get the sense either they are not asleep or they are not in the plane of existence.
Does he go by, or did they go by they? Is it he, they?
I don't recall, because this
Okay.
person was not completely my invention. I forget if it was he or they. He, they, whatever.
Okay. I just want to make sure. While she's sitting there, I think she has a moment where the spell doesn't work and just it hits her that, yeah, my friends might be trapped in enchantment hell landscape right now, and this is a lot of pressure. But she takes a breath because Hudaar is looking at her and she wants to look cool. And she's going to try to re-target somebody else instead. If she
We
can-
found
target.
Xenia's love
My
interest.
mom! I want to talk to my mom.
Okay.
Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared.
Oh.
Who is this?
I thought I killed all my daughters. Wait.
Oh.
Check another one off the list.
Takes a few moments. And you find yourself in a small, cramped space. There's a window off to the left. The night sky of somewhere, it's a little fuzzy. There's a small, very shoddy bed. Worn down furniture. And you see, sitting huddled at the desk, the hunched over figure of your mother. She kind of sits up straight, looks around, turns around in her chair to notice you. Oh.
This is real. This is dream magic. Hello.
I could have sworn I was dreaming. Yes. She kind of stands up and comes over to you, gives you a hug.
She'll hug her back.
You're actually able to just do this. Just make a...
This is the second time it's ever worked. So, yes.
That is quite some very impressive magic.
I learned it to talk
done.
to you.
Very good. Well, it's very good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Where are you traveling now?
Oh, it hasn't been that long. It's been like a week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so we were going to Xen, I think, last when we spoke.
Yes.
And then we went to the elemental plane of air. That was
Oh.
yesterday.
For
We're
your
back now.
for your oh, you're back.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a small stop. You found what you
No.
were looking for.
No, I'm going back
Okay.
tomorrow.
Right.
I need to
Okay.
tell you something. And Xen tells her the whole story. Xen
Oh,
tells her the
boy.
details.
Oh,
Xen tells her
boy.
where they went, where they're going, who they met, who they talked to. She talks about the wish. She talks about the memory magic. She talks about her friends being trapped. She talks about going back tomorrow and being like, hey, I thought it would be good for me to inform somebody of arcane prowess who might be able to help in the case that we all get our memories wiped and we're stuck there.
And this is Inception rules, so like 5 minutes in the dream world, that's like 8
Yeah,
hours.
it's no big deal. You mentioned the okay. This feels like perhaps it might not be something within your within the. Are you certain this is something that you should be trying to handle?
It's Zephyr's family matter. We
But-
can't leave him there. We can't leave them there.
You have It sounds like rescued one of them.
That's not good enough.
Xenia's mom, no. You rescued one of them, that's good enough.
I don't know if we are capable of breaking a wish, and I don't know if we're capable of killing a god. But what I do know is that wishes have rules, and the rules can be bent without being broken.
Oh.
Knew I called my mom for a reason. Want to talk to another arcane specialist.
Wishes made by mortals may have restrictions or rules or conditions placed upon them, but if this magic is being enacted by a djinn, and roughly a djinn of sufficient power, then it is possible that maybe this djinn has been released. And it may not necessarily have to abide by this.
Wait, released meaning like released from its bindings, or released from the wish, the typical rules of a wish?
A djinn is capable of casting such magics, of wielding it, and it sounds like perhaps memories were altered. If it registered as a wish, then it would make sense if this also was the one influencing, then he was using his own innate magics that would probably register as a wish no matter what spell or effect was being used.
So the problem isn't a wish, the problem is Ososh.
But Ososh capable of wielding magics sufficiently powerful as a wish. If he is unchained or unbound by any reason or any means, then he would theoretically be able to use this magic at any time.
So the chains have weakened, perhaps. That would make
Something
sense.
must have happened to have weakened the chains.
Well, the person currently wielding or controlling him or shepherding him has been through quite a lot physically, so that would make sense.
Zephyr's father, yes?
Yes.
So, I'm gonna make another. This is the most useful your mother's ever been in your life. That was a nat 19.
Damn girl.
Nice.
So a nat 20 followed by a nat 19. And your options are probably to make a new set of chains, or it's probably too much to hope that maybe you could entrap into some kind of wish again. So maybe make a new set of chains somehow.
New set of chains.
Metaphorically, but
Zen goes to write that down, but remembers that she's in a dream and that it's
Yeah.
realistic, and just waves away the paper that appeared. All right.
Huh.
Okay.
A
You
fresh, uncaved-in Marbin brain.
have you asked Aymer?
Why would I ask him?
He was your teacher. I actually had spoken with him earlier today.
You're in Burrova now.
Kind of looks around. Yes, I am.
There is a clear conflict on Zen's face of a very intense curiosity at war with I need to help my friends right now and not focus on my own problems.
Actions meet consequences.
Did it go well?
But as well as I could imagine, I only had a few brief moments with him. We have a more formal meeting 2 days from now.
About what happened.
About what happened, what might happen, if we could find any further information.
They just seemed willing to open an investigation, seemed very helpful.
Aymer was hesitant, but seemed to understand that it was an important thing. He mentioned you several times.
So I was supposed to come meet him, Burrova, but we got a little sidetracked.
It seems quite important. I've tried to tell him that, you will honor your word, but he seems quite frustrated by your lack of appearance.
I'll consider it.
I will tell him when I meet him. Understandably, you have bigger things right now, and very selfishly, I don't want you to go back. I know, and I know that I can't tell you and can't control you, but it does worry me.
Zephyr is family too, so I have to see this through.
Absolutely.
Hopefully after this, I can bring them all by and we can get to know each other a little better.
I would like that. But consider maybe asking Aymer or
I'll think about it after this. I am out of spells for the days, but maybe before we go again tomorrow, I will speak with him.
Okay. Any other questions? Any other things pressing on your mind?
So much. Now, Xen kind of talks a little bit about some of her concerns with the group not remembering them when they get there. Not necessarily looking for any solutions. Xen has so many ideas, but just this anxiety coming off of her as she's trying to talk through it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. She needed to talk to her mom and let somebody know where they were going. So after that, she will allow the dream to end.
Okay. And the dream fades after a bit of bonding with her. And you fall asleep and remain asleep in the living room with a hag sitting right over you.
Does she tuck me in? Does she put a little pillow under my head? And
She does not.
Well, hold on. Do I come home after she's been asleep?
You do. You come through and you see Xenia just face down on this array of runes and
would I have been
circles.
mid-dream at that point, or how long did it take?
You would be mid-dream in that point. Because, you're face down on these, scrolls and papers as the spell's magic. It's clearly thrumming and activated. Hudaar is just sitting there, chin on her cane, watching.
Terrifying.
Xenia's wrapped around Hudaar's hand like a stuffed animal.
Clutching her
I was
hand.
not allowed to bring the hag hand with me, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have showed her and asked her opinion. So.
Is it safe to move her, or is she doing things magically?
You could possibly move her, but I think it might be for the best to just leave her here, as is.
She doesn't look very comfortable.
She'll probably wake up with quite a crick in her neck, but...
But I'm not going to interfere with her spell if I move her.
Likely not, no.
Okay. Gina's gonna bend down and... How big is Xenia? Can she scoop Xenia up?
She's 5 foot.
She can pick her up. Gina's
She's
strong.
a tiny wizard girl.
She'll scoop her up and take her to the guest room that she usually stays in if it's not occupied. Make sure she gets tucked in.
Okay, you tuck her in to the
Do you
guest
hear me
room.
bridal style or firefighter style?
Bridal, obviously. Precious
I
cargo.
hope we walk by Hana.
You're in the middle of casting a spell. She wants to protect you. We do walk by Hana, and she just gives him a look, and then keeps going.
Oh man.
He's actively nodding off, trying not to fall asleep on his watch, but doesn't seem to be buying it right now. Doesn't seem to be drinking the Kool-Aid on it. He's definitely in the process of going to sleep.
Yeah. Gina just tucks her in and then goes and organizes things, and then she wants to look at Is Hudaar still just sitting there staring
He's
menacingly?
just sitting there. Just sitting there on the chair, staring menacingly.
Cool.
How much of all this did you know? Honestly,
Of all what?
you know, everything that's going on.
You will
I
have
know
to
that we
be more
fixed you,
specific.
but the wish, the forgetfulness, where you are so powerful and you in the middle of all of it, and it still affected you.
Memories are returning, but it's quite like being drowned or tortured in water. Do you understand?
I don't think I want to.
Then sleep well.
All right. Guess we're just leaving this hag in our living room. Is Nendra still awake when Gina goes to bed? Nope, she's asleep.
Is Nendra still awake, Lindsay?
I think she's literally like, she's gone through like her process of getting ready for bed, taking off her armor, and she's like nestled in bed and is like half asleep.
Gina, even though they have two beds, Gina slides in Nendra's bed instead.
She like,
And
she kind of makes a little bit of like a shifts to the side, and then just like basically just like glomps on her
Mhm.
sister and just like
perfect.
teddy bear hugs her and like,
Mhm.
and it's very sweet and cute.
Oh,
Yes,
She's here!
Shit.
Loads up, camera like sideways, mimosa in hand. What'd you say?
I can't make it further. I'm sorry. Look at
Hmm.
pillars. This is all I can show you.
What do you mean you can't make it further?
It's in my phone, Nick. This is as far as it goes.
Yeah,
Your arm
Tommy.
goes so long. He's coming. I lost him.
You lost him? Where'd he go?
He's gone.
Oh, okay.
Just that way.
It's at the
Somewhere
gym working out on
roughly.
vacation.
No, they're at the bar. I should go back to them. I just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Miss you.
We love you.
Yeah.
You guys too enjoy assaulting Nendra for my honor.
Go get more drunk. And
I
then come
will.
back.
You guys have messages. Goodbye.
I will. Bye.
Love it.
She's trying. She's
She's
trying
not
to leave.
leaving.
There
we
she
go.
goes.
Oh, she's having a
Amazing.
good time.
I hope so too. I hope she comes back.
Me too.
I want to see the degradation of like just how far downhill she can go.
It's like those TikToks where people are like, "My name's Kayla. This is my first drink of the night," and then they do it every drink, and by the end they're like, "Mine's Kayla. It's my yep."
My drink is fifth. It's Kayla night.
It's Kayla night.
It's Kayla night. Every night's Kayla
That's something
night.
that she would say
True.
normally, though. That's not
Yeah.
true.
True. That's true.
It's true. Oh,
Oh.
Craig just left.
Wow.
Craig is like,
Craig's
Kayla's
there.
here?
Craig said
Sorry.
Kayla's night. I'm out.
I want to go hang out with Kayla. Craig's off.
Craig's gone. What the
And
hell?
Craig, I expected better from you.
Yeah. I mean,
It's okay. I have my backup too. But,
okay. That's something.
Yeah.
Something.
But okay. You three benefit from a long rest.
Yay. It's
Hallelujah.
about time.
Silencio, I don't get this fucking game. The pawns can move 2 pieces and then 2 spaces.
Yes, but only if you tell me something nice first.
I don't like this game.
The longest conversation sluts. And it just ends with, I don't like this game.
Uncomfortable you made him sound there. Gotta say something nice. I don't think I like this game very much.
This guy.
Oh my god. Can we get that scene, please?
I wish. Yeah, we'll transition over as y'all are sleeping peacefully in Szesna's house. Just Zeph and Silencio awkwardly trying to learn chess.
Zephyr frustratingly trying to learn chess while also worrying about what's happening around him, but having to wait until tomorrow because John needs to sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. That's literally the drama we wanted.
Boys' night.
Boys'
Boys' night.
Oh, what a
Zeph
mess.
has the patience for chess. Definitely not now.
What the fuck do you mean I have to say something nice?
I'll say something nice.
The knight can jump over pieces? What kind of bullshit is this?
I've never destroyed your kneecaps. That's pretty nice.
This move's called punching a wizard in the face. It's super effective.
Why the fuck does the queen get to move wherever she wants? The king can only move one piece at a time.
Because the king is brain damaged.
Oh man.
Oof.
Yikes.
On my new segment with Craig, quotes that would get us canceled if this was a TV show.
Yeah, 100%. Wow. Oh boy.
Oh, poor guy. It's true.
It's true. Poor guy.
Who of the three is the first person to walk out of their room?
Which three are you talking about? There's two groups.
Oh, right. Of the three that are present. Well,
threes.
technically, there are only two people present for both since
Brun
Lindsay
is
is
the
gone.
first one to walk out. What does she say, Steve?
Xen gets as little sleep as possible.
Oh,
before
Zephyr!
Oh,
Oh,
there's
Zeph, I
one
didn't know
thing.
you were smart enough for this game.
I forgot something, Xenia.
What's up?
Gina totally practices. She tries one of her poultices so that you don't have a bruise on your face in the morning from where Hana punched you.
I assume her nose is like broken
She
from like a
definitely,
nat
like,
20.
Nose
She
is, like,
definitely
broken.
dabs. Does a little dab of something on your nose.
I will
before
make a
bed.
healing potion in the morning or something.
You definitely have a black eye.
Yeah, Gina tries to help with that.
It's fine. I asked a question. I got my answer. So,
You fucked around and found
Found
out.
out.
and then I
guess.
fucked back. It's cool.
And then I fucked. I knew about that one, Brittany.
I knew that was coming out wrong. I'm getting more self-aware these days, and it's not helping.
You
It just
just
makes me
still-
realize
you
what's going
to
on.
me, and I fucked you
Fucked
back.
back.
So many dirty ones from you.
I
I
still-
know, it's not okay.
The best
is
was
okay.
Wednesdays. The best was
Yeah, I was
Wednesdays.
just
May
trying
I
to
come
find
inside
it.
you?
Yeah, may I come inside you? It's so good.
What else how am I supposed to, I was sitting there trying to think of how to phrase it as Needle, because Jonathan
Yeah,
set me up in
enter
the
you.
worst way.
I'll be
He was
gentle.
like, he was like, you can't come inside of me. So I was trying to, I didn't.
Because you, may I come inside? You
You
just
say, but what
everything.
about on you?
I needed to go inside though. That was the whole thing.
May I inhabit you? May
Yeah,
I
I've heard that
possess
one
you?
before.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you for fixing Zen's black eye.
You're welcome. Gina does it. And then as far as the morning, I don't know. Gina's gonna fucking sleep in. She's not getting out of bed till someone makes her get out of bed.
Fair.
Zen's up as soon as she is able to without taking a point of exhaustion.
Okay. You get up, shuffle outside.
That's new.
Your
for you.
face smells minty for some
Yeah,
reason.
How
there's a
did
weird
I end
mint
up in this
smell.
bed, and why is my
Your
skin
skin
so
feels
clear?
your skin feels a little tighter too. It actually didn't do much for the black eye, but like it was
skin
an
is glowing.
amazing beauty regimen.
That must have been Gina. I would recognize her work anywhere.
Gina wants to be a potions master, can only make
She
skincare
only makes
products.
cosmetics.
That's her actual curse.
What a drow thing to do.
You touch your eye, it still really hurts. You look down at your hand, there's flesh color, like, like powder.
It's just concealer. Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Oh my
it was a pain-reducing BB cream. That's all it actually
Pain
was.
reducing BB cream.
Uh,
The Nox. Nox.
the
brand.
Nox.
The Nox.
Glow with Nox.
Fuck.
Glow
Step
with
Ooh,
Step
glow
aside,
with
Nick.
Nox. That's good.
That's a
I'm a
good.
writer.
Yeah.
I'm a writer.
She's a rightist.
a
Yeah,
rightist.
You wake up and go out of your room, find all of the papers on the coffee table neatly stacked, the candles bunched together, wicks doused. Hudaar is gone.
Oh, we should have done something else about her.
Xen, before shouting and waking everybody else, makes a loop through the house.
Give me a perception check.
Investigation? She's concerned about this missing hag.
Yeah, no, that's a valid concern.
It's a natural one for what, like 11?
Oh.
Amazing. You do not see her anywhere.
Oh gods. Oh. Alright. Okay. Do I find anyone else when I'm wandering around?
No. Sometime throughout the night, Chana got his rest and is now standing at attention in front of the door. In front of Echo's door.
Is she alright in there?
She's sleeping fine.
Okay. You didn't happen to see Hudaar anywhere, did you?
I definitely dozed off, and by the time I woke up, she had gone.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, I didn't gather until, she started talking about magic with you that was Hudaar, to be completely honest.
Yeah, she...
I didn't know she could turn into a drow, so...
She's full of surprises.
Okay.
I need to find her. Probably. She
Okay,
didn't mention anything. Did you hear the door open?
I was kind of dead to the world, completely honest. Not my finest night for guard duty, but... This place feels mostly safe.
Alright.
By the way, I'm very sorry about your skin looks great, though, other than the...
Thank you. I don't know what happened. I just kind of woke up and it's glowing today. Maybe I should get punched more often.
Well, probably not best for your health, but yeah, I apologize.
And I apologize for shoving you into a wall with magic.
No, it was probably the best thing that you could have done in the moment, so...
Nobody's
No
ever
hurt.
said that to me about a spell I've cast before.
No hurt feelings.
Alright, I need to find Hudaar. Yes, I'm sorry, thank you. And then Xen goes and knocks on Nendra's door.
Come in. Nendra's already like... It's a quiet come in, and she's very quietly donning her armor, trying to be as quiet as possible so as not to wake Gina.
Gina's under the covers with the covers over her head.
Xen walks in super high energy, ready to start talking about Hudaar, sees Gina, kind of quiets herself, and is like,
Give me just a moment. And she quickly finishes, and then she
10 more minutes to don this armor.
it'd be great if we had something that could just do this really fast.
You're not getting Donna off.
Yeah.
You're not. It's not happening.
that's the only reason we need it, to put on that
Nick,
armor
but it's
faster.
so efficient.
It's so
Y'all are
efficient.
just
Surely
gonna
somebody
do it
has
to strip, and
created a spell.
So efficient.
Joke's on
You know
you,
how many
Nick.
couples
Gina's...
are about to be in this group? It'd be so evil, so much easier.
And then just a minute or two later, she joins her out in the hallway, closing the door behind her.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Good morning.
How are you feeling? Insight check.
I don't even know. Relieved, I suppose.
Are you... Are you alright? Really?
Why would I not be?
Well, you hesitated for a good 15 seconds when I initially asked you, so that was my first red flag.
Yes, well, a lot has happened, and it feels like it should probably be processed at some point, but, honestly, it's been fine, so.
It's been.
It's been.
We're going to go get an amazing drink with everybody after this.
Wonderful. That sounds like a great idea.
And today, we have a billion things to do, the first of which, Hudaar's missing. She's gone.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. What?
I came down this morning, and she was not where I left her. I looked around the house, I didn't see her. I don't know if I'm just missing a room or if she went. She could have gone to go visit Nora's place.
She high on our priority list.
She's kind of important.
Okay.
Kind of a big deal.
Isn't she also your method of return to the airplane?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, do we need to go find her first and then do our other things, or do our other things and then find her?
I'm worried I'm overreacting, but I'm also... This just feels like something to be extremely worried about, considering it is our ticket back. So I feel like we need to go find her. Even if she just wants to go visit Nora's place, or... I don't know.
Alright. Well,
We could message her, I suppose, and ask. Or you can. I can write her a note.
Start blowing spells. Start
Early
blowing
in the
spells.
morning.
Or we can just go look for her. I don't know your house very well.
Well,
I might have missed her.
we
Or maybe she's outside. I didn't check outside.
let's just look around the house and perhaps check a few places first around the city and Nora's home, and then we can maybe perhaps start trying to really get in contact with her.
Okay.
I don't have like anything that's helpful because we were planning other things.
Yeah. I can always send her a note if we need to, but yeah, let's look. You're a better finder than I am, so.
And I guess she's gonna search around the house inside and out, and then maybe start walking around the areas maybe that Nora was in,
Okay. The first hour or so, wandering around the house, you find nothing. She's absent, gone from the house. The Micah babies down on the floor are kind of milling about, doing their thing.
Mama, where Mama?
Mama, where Mama? Yeah, no, nothing there. As you go milling about throughout the rest of the area, similarly, no notice, big yawns, no notice, no mention, no sign. Give me perception checks. Not investigation this time.
21.
5.
Okay. Nendra, you're in familiar territory. It doesn't help you a whole lot until you get closer and closer to Nora's cabin. As you're down toward the southern side of the cavern, though, you see this light in the hill up by Nora's cabin. It's faint, but it's this greenish, sickly pale yellow glow.
I think we might be onto something. And she points towards the light.
Alright, okay, that makes sense. I think it would make sense. I assume you probably want to go pay respects, or I don't know what she would be doing.
I don't know anything about these entities.
Do you think we can trust her?
Probably not. It's probably safe not to, but I also feel like she's ambivalent and perhaps doesn't...
She's here because she has 2 deals binding her not to harm us and to help Zephyr's family.
Right.
I don't necessarily... Feels like she has every reason not to want to help us. other than legally.
Exactly. Like I don't think that she necessarily wants to help us, but I also don't think that I don't know exactly if she's resentful of the matter. Hard to say.
I tried to ask last night. She did not want to talk about it.
Imagine that.
What, you don't want to talk about hag deals you made in the past with Xen? And should we leave? Let her do her thing, or should we go investigate?
Well, perhaps.
Rami, did we kill Nora or did the sisters kill Nora?
The sisters. killed
Sisters.
Nora.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Perhaps we could. Are we like at a path where she would take to come back down?
It's off in the distance. Yeah, you could get yourself to there. You just
What?
see the light faintly in the distance. You're not near enough to hear anything or anything like that. Like, it's still a good 15-minute walk.
Yeah, perhaps we could go to the path right at the base and leave her a note and tell her where we will be and what we're planning, and let her be, basically, and sort of.
Trust she's not up to anything nefarious and try to respect boundaries.
Yes, at least a small bit. I know that's a little dangerous, but
It's probably the right thing to do.
What are we really going to do about it anyway?
Fair enough. I suppose we can always ask.
So,
Alright. Well, as long as she's not gone or leaving.
so they basically just like write a little note and then write like, Hudaar, and then just like set it on a mushroom facing towards like the.
Okay. All right. You lay your note down. Wander on back home. I think that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.